Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going over the top 10 most powerful demigods in the Percy Jackson universe. Now, this is just my opinion, so feel free to disagree. Also, spoiler warning for all the Percy Jackson related books. Okay, let's start with number 10. In the number 10 spot, I'm going to put Meg McCaffery. She's a daughter of Demeter, which may not sound very powerful, but I assure you, she is. To start off with her abilities, she can summon Carpoi, or grain spirits, which is already really rare for a daughter of Demeter. She can cause plants to grow at an alarming rate, causing a canopy to collapse over you like she did in the Dark Prophecy, or make bamboo eat a bunch of henchmen. Yes, you heard me. Not only that, but she can also use plants to teleport like she did with trees in the Hidden Oracle and a patch of flowers in the Dark Prophecy. On top of all that, she's a very skilled sword fighter and can turn 2 rings on her middle fingers into twin blades. As a daughter of one of the big 3 gods, Thalia easily makes it to the top 10. First off, she has the basic lightning powers, as all children of Zeus do. Also, she has a really cool shield with the face of Medusa on it, which helps drive back monsters. As a hunter of Artemis, she's naturally skilled with the bow. One of the reasons she's at the bottom half of the list is because of her fear of heights, which prevents her from controlling the wind and flying like Jason does. That being said, she's still extremely powerful. Magnus is the son of Frey, or the god of summer in Norse mythology. His main powers include healing wounds of any kind, but he also has some other abilities, like summoning the Peace of Frey, which causes every weapon to fly out of its wielder's hands. On top of that, his sword, the Sword of Summer, better known as Jack, is said to be the sharpest blade in the 9 worlds, can fly on its own, and can also sing. Since he is an Enharyi, he has a lot more strength than your average mortal, which lets him do things like jump 3 stories in the air. Frank is honestly one of my favorite of the 7, but power-wise, it's hard to say. He's a son of Mars, which doesn't really give him any powers besides the one time he gets the Blessing of Ares. He's also really good with a bow. His main power is, of course, his ancestral powers of shapeshifting. He can turn into animals and majestic creatures like a dragon. He's only so low on the list because his main weakness is a piece of firewood that's connected to his life force, so if an enemy gets hold of that, he's pretty much defeated. Leo is my favorite of the 7, excluding Annabeth and Percy, and he's also fairly powerful. As a son of Hephaestus, he's an expert when it comes to machines. He built the Argo II, Festus, and can even speak machine. What pushes him over the top is his rare ability as a child of Hephaestus to control fire and withstand extreme heat. Although, every once in a while, he accidentally sets himself on fire. Not only that, but I feel that people don't really appreciate how smart he is. Like his plan to sacrifice himself and destroy Gaia, but then use Festus to bring himself back to life was pretty genius. Jason is a child of Zeus, and is kind of the Percy of the Roman demigods. He can summon multiple lightning bolts without getting exhausted, and can create windstorms. He even took down an entire army by himself in the beginning of the Blood of Olympus. He uses the wind to allow himself to fly. Also, he's one of the most experienced, if not the most experienced, of the 7. In the Ship of the Dead, Percy says that Annabeth is the most deadly demigod not because of any powers, but because of her wisdom and intellect. As a daughter of Athena, she can think fast, come up with strategies under pressure, and outsmart all of her opponents. For example, in the Mark of Athena, no other demigod on this list could have successfully completed the challenges she had to in order to confront Arachne. I feel like Piper is really underrated when it comes to how powerful she is. As a daughter of Aphrodite, people might not see her as a threat, when in reality, her charm speak could technically outpower most of the demigods on this list. Like in The Lost Hero, I'm pretty sure Piper uses her charm speak to cancel out Medea's charm speak and prevent Leo and Jason from killing each other, even though she just discovered her powers and had no idea how to use them. By the end of the Heroes of Olympus series, I think she got so good with charm speak that she could successfully control anyone, making her the 3rd most powerful. As a daughter of Hades, Hazel can control riches under the earth, like gold and silver, and even the earth itself. Not only that, but her horse Arion gives her a huge advantage over her enemies, seeing as how he can run as fast as sound. All that being said, however, her most powerful ability is her mist control. She can make anyone see what she wants them to see by manipulating the mist. She can even go as far as to tricking them into walking off a cliff, like she did to Skyron. Even though Nico said that Percy was the most powerful demigod he ever met, I still decided to tie them for first. Percy is of course a son of Poseidon, giving him multiple water powers. He can control water, create hurricanes, breathe underwater, talk to sea creatures, and use water to heal him and give himself energy. Not only that, but he can talk to horses and is a very skilled sword fighter. I thought it worth mentioning that even though Percy never uses these powers in any book, Poseidon is the god of earthquakes. So Percy could potentially have the power to create earthquakes. Not only can Percy control water, but he can pretty much control any liquid, like when he used poison to suffocate a goddess in the House of Hades. Not only that, but Percy once summoned water from himself in the Titan's Curse, which was so powerful he caused a volcanic eruption, which caused Typhon to awake. Now, Nico. Nico was a son of Hades, which means he can summon the dead, communicate with the dead, sense death, cause plants around him to decay, radiate an aura of coldness, fear, and death, and much more. Also, he can use the death trance. He can shadow travel, which lets him teleport from one shadow to another, sometimes hundreds of miles apart. He can also shadow travel other people and things like a huge Athena statue. Nico can also control the earth, levitating rocks and sharpening them into razor-sharp blades. He can solidify shadows into shields and turn people into ghosts. Not only that, but Nico survived Tartarus on his own, which even Percy and Annabeth couldn't do, as they needed the help of a Titan and a giant to escape. All in all, it's really hard to say who's more powerful, so I just put them both in first place. Anyways, that was my top 10 list of the most powerful demigods in Percy Jackson. Feel free to comment your top 10 list in the comments below. If you enjoyed it, consider liking the video and subscribing. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.